Welcome back to my channel Lomzy Sews. In today's sewing tutorial, I will show you how to draft an asymmetric bustier neckline. If that's what you want to learn, make sure not to skip any part of this video. Let's start with the pattern drafting tutorial. To draft this bustier top, you will need a basic bodice pattern. Here I have my standard basic bodice pattern that has shoulder dart. I've traced it out on fold, as you can see, and I've also gone ahead and removed 2 inches from the waistline for the band, because this dress has a band and we're not working on the band, so that's why I removed that part. So first we are going to close the shoulder dart. So I'll cut this open here and transfer this shoulder dart to the waistline. Same thing to the other side and close the shoulder dart. This is it after closing it. I'm going to go ahead and trim off the remaining side of the darts. I'll also do the same thing on the other side to make sure they are the same. Next, I'm going to close this so that I'll be able to contour the armhole. So I'm going to make a princess dart here like this. I'm going to mark the princess dart line, and on that line I'm going to make a dart. I'm going to make a 1-inch dart on the armhole there. For beginners that are watching this video, you're contouring this to help the armhole to sit properly. It's not every cloth that you will do this contouring, but for bustiers we need to do some contouring. So in case you need to know, remember, this is an advanced pattern drafting tutorial. So I've gone ahead and used my curve ruler to make a 1-inch dart here. So you're not confused. This pattern I'm using is a half scale. It's not a full scale. That's why it's looking this small. So I'll go ahead and increase the darts so that it will align properly. If you have been watching my corset and bustiers tutorials, you will understand what I'm doing. Meanwhile, I'm going to close this dart. So I'll cut this open here and I'm going to close the darts. So I'm going to close the darts for both sides of the top. Remember, the asymmetric neckline is just on the neckline, not on the bustier itself. So we're going to make sure the armhole of the both of them aligns first before we now go ahead to make one side a bustier and then the other side to be an ordinary top. So I will make sure I close the dart for both sides.
So many times that I miss you. I know how to call when I want to. Now you got way bigger issues.
So after contouring the armhole, and I have trimmed off all the excess, now we are going to be working on the neckline, the asymmetric neckline itself. First of all, we are going to do the bustier side. So on the armhole, I'm going to come down 1 inch for the bustier side. You come down and you're going to mark the design of the neckline. So remember, this is the center front. I'm going to connect this to the other dart leg like this. like as if you're marking a wrap dress. Can you see what I'm doing? So you're going to connect that design here. I'm trying to first of all make sure my design sits properly before I go ahead and make it visible. So it's going to be the same thing with a wrap dress. You know how we make a wrap dress? Next, I'll be going to the neckline. So on the neckline, you decide how many inches you want for the neckline. For me, I'm going to use like 2 inches from the neckline. You measure 2 inches on the shoulder like this, and then you are going to mark a balance point here. This is where I want the neckline to stop. So I'm marking a balanced line there. I'm going to draw the design here like this. So remember, this is a design line. You can do anything you want to do, but remember we have a picture that we are trying to recreate. So that's what I'm trying to make sure I get what we have on the thumbnail. So here is where this is going to stop. These are going to go out. I'll cut all this out. And on the other side, I will continue with the, you can decide to leave this like this, or you can decide to cut it out, but I'll just cut it out. So if you want to leave it like that, it's still okay. So I'll go ahead and cut out this other side like this. Make sure you notch the balance point where your neckline and the bustier meet. It's very, very important, else you're going to make a mistake when you're sewing it. So I'll go ahead and cut off the place that I don't need. If you have watched this video till this time, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And if this is your first time coming across my channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell icon. So this is our pattern. You make sure you're going to label this so that you know which side goes to which side. So I'm going to give this 1, 2, 3 and 4. And also remember, this is an asymmetric neckline, so you're going to indicate the side that is going to be the front of the fabric. So this side that I have marked on is going to be the front. So on the pattern, I'm going to mark FFFF to show me that my fabric is going to be upwards like this, and this other side is going to be the back of the fabric. So yeah, with this, guys, I have come to the end of today's sewing tutorial. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.